Morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about what it's like to get into the construction industry at 40 years old, roughly 40 years old. I actually started this in April 2024, but I'm 40 years old right now, and it's been very, very hard. It's also been very rewarding. So kind of want to just bring you along for the ride. If you're looking to get started, or you just got started, or even if you've been in it a while but you're just looking for maybe some motivation or to see what other people have to say, I'm going to tell you what my journey's been like. It's been extremely hard, mostly just having to learn. Every day I'm learning. So if you're in this field, you already know that. So I do obviously handyman work. I am not a general contractor. I'm not licensed. So I do different jobs pretty much every day. And they can range from anything from like swapping out an outlet to a garbage disposal or painting, all that kind of stuff, right? And so this has been the hardest job I've ever had, other than being a police officer. That was also extremely difficult in many different ways. Mostly just, I would say, you're trying to not get hurt, you're trying to not get killed, you're trying to not do anything wrong. And then when you're in training, you're under a microscope, and they will decide very, very quickly if you're gonna make it there or not. And so anyway, that was the other hardest job I've ever had. This one, what makes this job so hard in construction is every day is different. So you have to be very good at figuring out what jobs you're gonna do and not gonna do, and then getting those jobs, right? I was looking at my numbers the other day, and last month I sent out 80 estimates. I mean, it was insane. I was sending out so many estimates. I think I only approved, or customers only approved like 24 of them. And I had a good month, by the way. That was a good month. That was good profit and good revenue. But my point is, it's so hard. Like, you're constantly trying to get in front of people, and you're trying to be relevant, and you're also trying to do good work and get the reviews. And if you're doing it by yourself, which is what I'm doing basically, it's even harder, because your phone's ringing and you're on a job and you can't answer the phone because your client's talking to you about their project, and then you're done at 5 o'clock, and then you're heading home, and you're looking at your phone, and you got all these different people calling you, and okay, you got like 4, 5, 6 estimates to get out. You got to get your invoice out, because that's the most important thing, is getting paid same day. That's the most important thing, at least in my opinion. And then you're just getting stuff ready for the next day, and it's very, very, very hard. And so if you're not prepared to come into this field and be working harder than you've ever worked before, especially if you want to do a handyman business, which, I mean, I personally would recommend, because the sky's the limit. There's so much work. There's more work than you'll ever be able to do all by yourself. So that's why I personally chose it, number one. Number two, the upside. So, 5 to 10 years out, having a business you can sell, that is something I'm working towards. So anyway, guys, don't lose hope if you're like me and you're maybe a little older, getting started. If you've watched the Handyman Success podcast, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like, you're gonna pay to learn. You're gonna learn on some jobs where you're either not gonna make a lot, or you're gonna make nothing. It might even cost you money if you're not careful. So, but if you're eager to learn, and you have the mindset of, I'm gonna make this work, you will figure it out. And get your pricing in order. There's a lot of people on Facebook and just YouTube, everywhere you look, and they think they're the expert on pricing, and maybe they are. Maybe they're running a very successful construction business or handyman business or whatever, painting business, drywall business, but pricing will be different for everybody. And it also kind of depends on your ability to sell, because if your pricing is good, but you suck at selling, you might get a lot of calls, but you might not be closing a lot of deals. So for me, I think my pricing might even be, what I would say right now is like a little bit on the high side, but I'm able to sell those jobs because of confidence. And I've just done a lot of jobs now. I was looking at some of my numbers for something I had to do for insurance to see how many jobs I've done, and I think I'm over like 300 jobs in the last year and a half or so. So you will get more confident, but you are going to work your butt off. You're going to work harder than you've ever worked, and you're going to be tired. Some guys start really early. They're up at like 5 a.m. getting going. My day starts around, so I'm up around like 6:37, but I'm actually not doing stuff for my business until around like 8 o'clock. I'll start loading up the car and checking the calendar and things like that, maybe sending out an estimate. But anyway, guys, that's what I got for today.